Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video I'm going to be doing my DVD Blu-ray update for May. I wasn't planning on spending as much money as I did, but I ended up graduating at the start of the month and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to splurge a little bit. And yeah, so that's sort of how I ended up with the stack here, which is one of my more bigger stacks that I've done so far in a while. But yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it, and starting off with the TV shows. I have 3 TV shows, and the first 2 are part of a series, and that is Hawaii Five-0 seasons 7 and 8. If you saw my Tracy Talks TV video, you will know that I'm rewatching Hawaii Five-0 to get caught up on the show, because it's sort of one of my go-to weekly, like week-to-week shows, and I fell behind. So I didn't have season 7 or 8 because I haven't actually seen either season, but because season 7 I fell behind after like the first 2 episodes of season 7, I think. So I decided to go ahead and get these for the collection, so I've got them ready on hand when I get up to this point. So yeah, I picked up these 2, and these 2 were from Amazon, and then this one was a random pickup because I've been trying to get this show, like all of this show, on Blu-ray, and I got up to season 12, and then I couldn't find the next season that I needed, and that was Supernatural season 13. I randomly found this in my local Sanity, and it was part of the 2 for $40 deal, but at the time I was like, I don't really need anything else TV show wise, so I just went ahead and picked this up because it was actually not that bad of a price on its own anyway. So yeah, I'm up to date with Supernatural, so I wanted, like I've seen this season before, but I'm trying to get the entire show on Blu-ray, so yeah, and at some point like obviously when season 14 comes out, I'd like to try and get that sooner rather than later, because for some reason this just had seemed to go out of print really quickly, because I haven't seen it anywhere like online now. It's impossible to find for a good price. So I don't know about overseas, but yeah, here in Australia for some reason season 13's just yeah, not available. So I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm glad to have this in the collection. So because yeah, probably once Supernatural finishes next year, I'm going to do a rewatch from season 1 and then all the way through. So yep, so I've got season 13. And then we move into the movie. So I have one DVD movie, and that is Paris When It Sizzles. This is an Audrey Hepburn movie that I remember really enjoying when I watched it quite a few years ago, but then I sold it off when I did my massive DVD purge, which I still regret doing, because I thought, oh yeah, I'll upgrade it to Blu-ray, and I don't think this is, I don't know if this even has a Blu-ray release, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get the DVD because it was cheap on Amazon Australia. So yeah, I went ahead and decided to add it to the collection again. So but yeah, it's been a few years since I've seen it, but I remember really enjoying it when I watched it, because it's sort of like one of those ones where it's like there's a story within a story, so like you follow, because they're like, he's a writer and she's his muse, so yeah, I remember really enjoying it, so I have to give it a rewatch at some point. So that's Paris When It Sizzles. Then the next 5 are from Sanity, so I got one lot of 4 for $50, and then I picked up a new release from there as well. So actually, with the exception of 1, 3 of them I haven't seen. So the first one is Breathe. This is directed by, I'm pretty sure this is Andy Serkis. I'm pretty, I want to, so how do you say his name, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this was his first, or the first film that got released by him, but yeah, it seems something that's like right up my alley, because yeah, I do for the most part love like period dramas, so yeah, and I like both of the actors, so I thought this one would be something that I would enjoy. So yeah, that's Breathe. Then I decided to go ahead and pick up one that I know a lot of people didn't like. I don't think it did very well at the box office, but I was still intrigued to watch it, and that is The Happy Time Murders. The concept seems really fascinating to me. Like, yeah, it's like an R-rated puppet, like comedy. Well, it's MA here in Australia, but yeah, like I'm not expecting a huge amount, but you know, just something to put on for a couple of hours. You know, hopefully have a like a good time watching. So, but yeah, that's The Happy Time Murders. And then I picked up Hunter Killer, which I wasn't too interested in when this was first released, because this came out in Australia in November last year, and I remember seeing it advertised, but yeah, it didn't really catch my attention. And then I started hearing a bit of buzz about it, but yeah, don't know too much about this, just that yeah, it's like an action thriller, yeah, involving, yeah, I think like the basic plot's like the Russian president gets kidnapped, and then it's the US, I think, who has to rescue him to stop like World War, or nuclear war breaking out or something like that. So yeah, put it on for a couple of hours. Again, not expecting too much from it, but it looks like it could be entertaining. So yeah, that's Hunter Killer. And then we have one that I was very pleasantly surprised by, and it's one of my favourite movies that I've seen this year, and that is Split. Now, I saw Unbreakable a couple of years ago. I enjoyed it. Like, I thought it was a decent sci-fi, like, I guess superhero movie you could call it. But when I heard that Glass, which supposed, spoiler alert for the next film, but basically I wanted to see that because the trailer looked actually really interesting, but I hadn't seen Split, and I heard that Split would help make you I mean, I don't think it's like absolutely necessary to enjoy the film, but it would help you understand it more. And I was like, oh, I don't want to see this movie. I was like, oh, it's going to be terrible, and yeah, I really dragged my feet with it because I did not want to watch it. And then it was on Netflix. I was watching Netflix a couple of months ago, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to put it on, I'm going to watch it. Never have I been glad to be more wrong with a movie, because I absolutely loved it. This was such a fantastic thriller. Yeah, it was tense, and you just wanted to keep watching to find out what was happening. James McAvoy was fantastic in this. Yep, that's how exciting, how amazing it was. Flew out of my hands. But yeah, it was, I liked it was like contained for the most part in the one location, and yeah, it's just wanted to keep watching and find out what was going on. And yeah, I'm so glad I checked it out, because in the end, because yeah, this was an amazing movie, and yeah, I'm surprised I ended up loving it as much as I did. So that is Split. And then, sort of gave the hint away earlier, but the new release I picked up was Glass, because, again, after watching Split, I was more excited to check this out, because I loved how it tied it into, the ending of Split tied into this film, and I enjoyed it. I will talk about it more when I do my monthly wrap-up, because I am going to be bringing those back. It's sort of one of the features I want to reintroduce to my channel. Because again, Tracy Talks TV, I sort of explained that I'm being in a bit of a YouTube slump, so trying to get my creative juices flowing again, but yeah, so I wanted, yeah, I'll talk more in depth with this one, than like what I rated it and things like that. But I did enjoy it, but yeah, it wasn't as good as Split. So I don't know if it's like the ending of Split just had me so hyped for this, and like I didn't even see this at the cinema, so this was a blind buy at the time I got it. But yeah, I still enjoyed it. It was just not as good as what Split was. So out of this, yeah, definitely out of the trilogy, Split is like my favorite of it. It was, yeah, such an amazing movie, and yeah, I'm really surprised by how much I did enjoy it. So yeah, so that was everything I got from Sanity. And then the last stack here is from JB Hi-Fi, because they were having a 20% off, and normally I would have waited for the buy one get one free, but then I thought, like, there's only a few new release titles that I really wanted to like take full advantage of it, so I just decided to use the 20% off. So yeah, the first, because I think with the exception of one of them, I have seen all of these movies, so they're ones I wanted to add to the collection. And the first one is First Man. I saw this in the cinema last year. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good film, but I think I went into it with like super high expectations, because I remember leaving the cinema thinking, like being a little bit disappointed in it, and like, yeah, it was a, like, don't get me wrong, it was a good film, because obviously I wanted to add it to the collection. But yeah, I was expecting just a bit more from it. Like, I wanted it to be this like amazing, like, well, not so much sci-fi, because it's about the Apollo landings. I thought there'd be more, I guess, space stuff than what was actually in the film. So I think maybe that was something to do with it. But yeah, it was, yeah, so I want to revisit it, like, sort of, you know, now that some time has passed between seeing this and that, because yeah, because I don't know what it is about, who was it, William Chazelle, is that, no, yeah, Damien Chazelle, sorry, I was getting the, yeah, Damien Chazelle, because he directed, obviously directed La La Land and Whiplash. I loved Whiplash. Like, I watched that film, like, I had no expectations for it and ended up loving it. I think the issue for both La La Land and First Man was I had, because I loved Whiplash so much, I was expecting to have a similar reaction, and I know, like, yeah, people have loved, obviously, La La. Sorry about that, my camera battery actually died, so you can tell I'm not used to, filming, so much, because, yeah, I never even thought to check the battery, and, because I'm, like, sort of, double filming, and, yeah, my camera died, and, yeah, so, that's sort of why it's got the brief, sort of like the awkward pause here, but that's basically what happened. The camera died while I was talking about First Man. So yeah, so I was basically saying, like, with these films, like, I sort of go into them with too high expectations, and I think I need to sort of lower them down, because I think that's what worked with Whiplash. But yeah, I wanted to rewatch First Man, so because I thought it was a good film, just not like, you know, oh my god, this is the most amazing film ever. So yeah, so I got First Man, and then another film that I watched at the cinema at the start of the year, and that was Mary Poppins Returns. I absolutely loved this. Yeah, I loved every minute of it, and I'm, like, a big fan of the original Mary Poppins movie. I loved the stage show. Yeah, I was just, and yeah, this went, yeah, above and beyond what I was hoping for. I loved the songs and, yeah, the story, and yeah, I thought it was a very good sequel to the film, considering how long a gap it's been between the movies. I loved Emily Blunt in this. I thought she did a fantastic job as the title character, and yeah, I can't wait to rewatch this, because I haven't actually had a chance to sit down and rewatch it yet. So but yeah, that's Mary Poppins Returns. And then the only film out of the batch that I got from JB that I haven't seen was the Veronica Mars movie. No, I still haven't seen the TV show, even though I've had it since like 2010, I think, 2011. I put like all 3 seasons on lay-by back in the day, and like when I used to get lay-bys at the stores and like pay them off, and I still haven't seen it. And I mean, I need to sit down and watch it because obviously the revival's happening soon. But my reasoning with this was it was only $5 at JB, so I thought, you know what, I'll pick it up for cheap, and then if I watch the TV show, hopefully like it, because, you know, I have all 3 seasons. But yeah, I thought at least that way I've got it ready to go, and I can watch it once I finish the show. So yeah, that's Veronica Mars the movie. And then the last 2 items I'm extremely excited about, because one of them is a digibook. I know, I have not bought a digibook in ages. I think it's probably 2013, 2012, I want to say, is the last time I actually bought a digibook. Yeah, it's sort of like a huge, like a throwback to when I used to get them all the time. But I saw it in the store and I had to pick it up because it was so cool. And that is the Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald, with this awesome lenticular cover. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but I loved how it looked, and I was like, you know what, because I wanted to buy it obviously for my Harry Potter collection, but I thought this was such a cool addition. And yeah, so it's like you got the like the booklet and like inside, and I haven't really flipped through it yet, but I mainly got it for the cover, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I did enjoy this movie. I know people had issues with it, but I thought it was a fun film. I mean, well, maybe fun's not the right way, because it's quite a dark film, but I did enjoy it, because I thought, and I was very curious to see, because obviously this one was very much building up to, because it's meant to be like a 5-film. Sorry if we ever get film 3, because I think there's been so many production delays with it, because it was meant to come out next year, but November next year, but I think it's been pushed back to November 2021, so it's like 2 years from now. But yeah, I really liked the film, because I haven't watched it since I saw it at the cinema, but I did quite enjoy it. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to adding this one to the collection and revisiting that when I do my Harry Potter rewatches. So yeah, I didn't think this was as good as the first Fantastic Beasts film, but I thought it was a very good sequel. So but yeah, and it's in a really pretty edition, so got that one. And then last but certainly not least, I have a steelbook again. This is kind of like the, you know, when I used to do 2013 DVD Blu-ray updates, even though, to be fair, I have picked up steelbooks more frequently, because I think the last one, it has been at least a couple of years since I picked up a steelbook, because I don't tend to go for them as much now. But this one caught my eye for a couple of things. One, well, I'm just going to show you the title. It's Aquaman. I really liked this edition, like with the stuff coming out of the water, sort of the back. But what makes this one even more special is it's my first 4K title. Yeah, I finally picked up a 4K title, but I'm not jumping into like full-on collector's mode with them, because, well, A, because they don't actually have a 4K Blu-ray player, because this one has the regular, like the combo. This is sort of why I picked it up, so that I do have my first 4K ready on hand. But yeah, it was just sort of, I really liked the design of it. It was a good price for being a 4K steelbook, and yeah, and I decided to make this my first 4K. So yeah, you won't be seeing these too frequently in updates, because again, don't have a 4K Blu-ray player, but we've got a 4K TV, so if we eventually go ahead and get a 4K Blu-ray player, like, because it's down in the main family rooms, because obviously you see my TV behind me. I don't have a very fancy TV, but it does its job for me. But yeah, I just thought this was like it's a really nice addition, and it's some cool the first 4K, because I'm not upgrading all my Blu-rays into 4K. I've learnt my lesson after I tried to do that with my DVDs and get them to Blu-ray. So no, if they're good prices and I want the title in 4K, like I say, if it's a new release and I don't have like the film in in any format, then I might pick up it in 4K. But yeah, I'm not double dipping. So yeah, this is so the 4K updates will be few and far between, but I did want to make note that I do actually own one, so there we go. And that is it for my May 2019 DVD Blu-ray update. Sorry about the interruption towards the end there when my camera battery died, but hopefully it's not going to make it too much of an awkward transition when I edit this. So yeah, I'm just going to stop it here. So thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye.